In this video, I'm going to be showing you step by step on how you can automatically pull dividend data on stocks straight into Google Sheets. So let's go ahead and look at an example. So you can see here we have our stock ticker. For example, maybe you want to see Microsoft's dividend data. All I would need to do is plug in Microsoft stock ticker here and hit enter. And you can see all of this data is going to automatically load in. So this is a really cool feature in Google Sheets. Again, I'm going to take you step by step on a couple of different ways to do this. One's a little bit more complicated and one is very simple. And here we can see the simple version. We're using a function called the ticker data function, and then we have a function where we web scrape it into Google Sheets. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the web scraping portion of it first. So to start off, there is a website called FinViz. And here, if we scroll down on FinViz, we can see right here, it lists off some dividend data on Coca-Cola stock. Now we can web scrape this into our spreadsheet. Now there is a few problems with this. All we can do is web scrape these two dividend data here, the trailing 12 months and the estimated dividend. So we can't get historical dividend data. Another major problem with web scraping from FinViz is every few months they change the layout of their website and all of a sudden your web scraping formulas will not work anymore. So that's another major problem. If you build out advanced spreadsheets, all of a sudden they could stop working if FinViz changes the layout of their website. That's not the case for the ticker data function. But let's go ahead and talk about how to web scrape this in. Now this is again a pretty complicated formula, but I'm going to go ahead and just show it to you and break it down. You can see here there's a few different things going on. First off, we're using what is known as the import HTML function. That helps us web scrape into Google Sheets. We then have the website FinViz listed off, and then we can see we have C3 listed, which is the stock listed right here. Right now it's showing Microsoft. We then import a table from FinViz, the 10th table. We take the 7th row in the 2nd column, and that'll pull in the dividend data. But then we need to use an index to pull this in correctly and use the substitute formula to remove the stars, and this is our end result. Now there's still problems with this. For example, we can't perform subsequent calculations off of this. For example, if I wanted to know the quarterly dividend, if I did this and tried to divide it by 4, it's not going to work. It's going to give us an error. Now one thing you can do is what's known as the left formula, and essentially we'll highlight this and do comma 4, and it's going to pull in the foremost value, so it's showing 295 right here. But then I could do equals 295 and divide by 4. And now we have our quarterly dividend for Microsoft right here. So again, that's obviously a very advanced way to pull it in. It's pretty complicated, and unfortunately, it doesn't always work perfectly. Sometimes it takes a long time to load into your sheets. FinViz can change the layout of the website, and of course, you can't get the historical dividend data. Now, the solution to all these problems to make this extremely easy and to completely automate this process is to use the ticker data function. Now, ticker data is a tool I designed specifically for pulling in stock information into Google Sheets. And with ticker data, there are hundreds of different metrics you can pull straight into your spreadsheet. And of course, I'm personally a dividend investor, so dividends is definitely something that I wanted to be able to pull into my sheet. So you can see here, let's go ahead and just delete this formula so I can show you just how simple this is. For this, we're going to look at the live dividend payout as of right now. So we'll use the ticker data live function. We'll click on Microsoft right here and comma, and just type out dividend. It's that simple. Close the parentheses and hit enter. And you can see the dividend data will automatically load in for Microsoft. So maybe instead we want to see Coca-Cola. Now I can just type in KO and hit enter. And again, all this data will automatically load in. And something you may have noticed as well is we also have historical dividend data for these companies as well. So we can see how the dividend has grown over time. And because this is historical data, we just use the ticker data function. And again, all we're doing is highlighting KO, typing yearly dividend payout here, and selecting V6, which in this case is 2013. And because of that, I'm able to just drag this formula over and we can pull all of the historical dividend data in for Coca-Cola. But this data can go way back. Maybe I want the dividend data all the way back to 1995 for Coca-Cola. Again, I can just type out ticker data, KO, and I'll just type out yearly dividend payout here. And let's say we want to see it way back in 1995. I'll hit enter, and you can see it'll take just a second to load. And now it's automatically loaded in. We can see Coca-Cola's dividend payout all the way back in 1995. So ticker data is an extremely powerful tool. So if you're interested in supercharging your spreadsheets and being able to pull dividend data into your spreadsheets automatically without any problems and getting access to hundreds of other metrics you can pull straight into your spreadsheet, then ticker data is the tool for you, and you can get access to it at the link in the description. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.